We know Rhystic Study and the other thing and the that was terrible intro. But we know Rhystic Study, right? Whenever an opponent casts a spell, you may draw a card unless they pay 1. Pretty darn good. It's been printed 10 bajillion times. Look at this thing. It's been printed a bunch. I have this one. Anyway, yeah, this thing's great. Fantastic card. Everybody knows it. Everybody wants it. It's expensive. It does things, and it's fun. It's also legal in Pauper. I didn't know if you guys knew that, but yeah, this is a common symbol. Anyway, did you know there are other versions of this? There are 9 Rhystic cards. Each of them basically says pay 1 to prevent the thing that happens. This comes in from an era of things were too broken, and so we've kind of dumbed them down a little bit for consumers. Let's just go through them all and see how bad these are. Rhystic Cave. Tap a mana, choose a color, or you choose a color and you tap add mana of any of that color unless any player pays 1. What? Why? Why would you play this? There's things that just tap for any color, so somebody could just say, hey, you're not going to have that mana. That sucks. I got a billion mana, but you can't have that one. Kind of silly. Magic was very different in 2000. That's our starting point, right? Rhystic Study is just there's a very high bar, and then Rhystic Cave is just not even close. Rhystic Circle. Let's see. This is the white one. I guess there's not one of each color. There's not a green one, but there should be. Search for a land unless an opponent pays 1, right? Rhystic Circle says you pay 1, and then any player may pay 1. If no one does, the next time a source of your choice would deal damage to you this turn, prevent that damage. So you prevent all the damage in the world. I guess you just have to pay a whole bunch of mana. Unless, I mean, somebody could just outpay you. It's like, oh, prevent that damage, and they're like, no. I mean, it's fine. I mean, maybe eventually it could work, but you gotta be way ahead to even get this to function properly. Kind of silly. Rhystic Deluge. There we go. This thing is pay a blue, and it's enchantment. Tap target creature unless its controller pays 1. This could just be obnoxious. So they're like, I'm not even gonna pay that. I'll just tap my creature. This one could maybe be effective, but I think there's things that do this way better. Somebody's got to have a cube with all these Rhystic cards in it, because that would be really funny. Because the most expensive one is, of course, Rhystic Study. The rest of these cost less than $1, so less than 50 cents, basically. Yeah, this one might potentially see play, but I don't see why. Rhystic Lightning is an instant. Fascinating. Rhystic Lightning deals 4 damage to any target unless that permanent's controller or that player pays 2. If they do, this deals 2 damage to the permanent or player. So it deals 4 unless they pay 2, and then it deals 2 damage. So at least you still get something out of it, but this is 2 mana too much for a shock effect. So this certainly is a card. Rhystic Scrying. All right, this one is a sorcery, and we pay 2 blue to draw 3 cards. Then if a player plays 2, discard 3 cards. So discard all the stuff you just drew. I mean, maybe you could pretend that this worked in a Madness deck. Possibly. I don't know. Maybe you could think about it. There's that card. I mean, draw 3. That's pretty good. If you have to discard 3, maybe play something that makes it so everybody's lands are tapped because you're a bad person, and then do this. But at that point, it's like just run something that does it more effective. Rhystic Shield is an instant. Creatures you control at +1/+0 until end of turn. Look, it's just an upside. They get an additional +1, +0, +2 unless a player pays 2. So potential +0, +3, but somebody could pay 2 to just stop that. But at least you get something out of it. So you'll at least get a +0, +1 effect. Toughness boost isn't the best thing. Neither is this snakeskin white old border. It's supposed to be lace, but it's straight up snakeskin. Anyway, yeah, there's could be worse things, like Rhystic Siphon. Unless a target player plays 3, that player loses 5 life and you gain 5 life. Which is literally just, if they pay 3, you just paid 5 mana for literally nothing. So you'd have to really make sure this could go through. But it's 5 mana for 5 damage, and then you gain 5. If it just said that, I'm like, okay, that could be like a neat common, but this is just bad. Listen, target players plays 3. I mean, so it's a little bit more effective. It's not just pay 1 or 2. So they have to pay a little bit more, and they lose 5 and you gain 5. So this could potentially do something. Probably not, but hey, say lovey. Rhystic Tutor. All right, this one's a little bit more famous. Unless any player pays 2, you search your library for a card and put it in your hand. This is like a demonic tutor, or whatever the card is. You know what I'm talking about. It's a tutor. Unless any player pays 2, I guess if you want to pay $2.71 for a worse diabolic tutor, because that one you just pay 1 extra and you get the same effect. Yeah, just pay 2. Hey, you can't search for that thing. It's just silly. These are all funny and silly and kind of neat, but Rhystic Study takes the cake. I don't think they'll print much more like this. I mean, they had Mystic Remora, which is very similar, but it had a downside with the cumulative upkeep. The frick? I just read the Archival World. This is why I don't like Arena. Gift a Rhystic Study. Really? That's so stupid. Anyway, I don't like that kind of thing in digital card game realms. Magic's not a digital card game. Anyway, Rhystic Study. There you go. There's lots of bad ones and one good one. Anyway, what do you guys think? What's your favorite non-Rhystic studies? Non-study Rhystic. Yeah, which one's your favorite out of all of these crappy cards? Besides this lovely one here, that's actually got a nice border. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you check out the affiliate links in the description below, and it really helped the channel. And I will see you guys next week for your weekly dose of magic.